Welcome to Ask and Learn.
We were asked to construct a deterministic finite-state automaton that recognizes the set of all bit strings that begin and end with 1, 1. So this is going to be the set of all strings S, which is 1, 1, 0, 1, star, and 1, 1. Now let S0 be a start state. Now we have the empty string is not in the set S, so it follows that S0 is not a final state. And let's consider several other states. So we have the S state S1 represents that the first digit is a 1. State S2 represents that the second bit is a 1. And that the last two bits are 1, 1 as well. So this is actually, instead of just saying the second bit is 1, we'll say the first two bits are 1 and the last two bits are 1, 1. So we have that this is going to be a final state. S3 represents that the first digit is 0, where the first two digits are 0, 1. First bit 0, or first two bits are 0, 1. This is not going to be a final state. S4 represents that the last two digits are 0, 0. In case the first two bits are 1, 1. And S5 represents the last two bits are 0, 1. Again, in case the first two bits are 1, 1. And finally, S6 represents the last two bits are 1, 0. And again, if the first two bits are 1, 1. So we see that none of these last three are final states. And in fact, we see that the only final state in this case is S2. So let's break this into cases. Suppose that the string starts with 0. Then we'll want to move from state S0 to a non-final state S3, because the string should not be recognized. And then once we're at state S3, remain at the state, since we can't make the string recognized. Okay, now let's suppose instead that the string starts 1, then move from S0 to the non-final state S1, suppose the next digit is a 1. Then we're going to move from S1 to the final state S2. Otherwise, if the next bit were 0, we would move on to the non-final state S3. And once again, we would just remain at S3. Now, suppose that, again, if our input starts with a 1 and then a second 1, so we'll simply move between states S2, 4, 5, and 6. And then keep track of the last two digits.